So my greatest glad. So bring your book. Never do anything for yourself. So end of the story. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the weekend. Excuse me. Welcome to the weekend. Okay, all right. We already got some people up in here. All right, well, happy belated birthday, Yania. Yania. You know, baby, charge it to my head, not my heart. Miss Hogg, how you doing? Carolyn Alexander. Girl, I love Flame Monroe sayings, okay? Hey, Captivating Christian. I hope all y'all still in here. David W. Vovo. Hey, Vovo to love. Hey, Cookie. Jonathan is in the room. Lamone is in the room. Now, I hope all of y'all are still here. I was about a minute late. My bad. Hey, Abby. Abby, I didn't think you was going to be in here, girl. I thought you was on your way. Abby got dinner plans, honey. But I appreciate you being in here. You know I do. And, of course, my cousin, Captivating Christian, is in the room. What's up? Woo! Is everybody happy for the weekend? Ooh, can I get an amen if we happy for the weekend? I ain't mean to rhyme, but we did. Get an amen. Thank you, charging to my head, not my heart. Y'all know I'm good for messing up a name. Child. And I feel like the older I get, the worse I get with names. And you would think because I deal with names all day, every day, but honey, I do. You ain't missed nothing, Keisha. I just walked in the. I just bust through the door. What's up, Eve's Bayou? You getting ready now? Okay, boo. I know that's right. I know you can ready head on out. We are going to try to do something later on tonight. Captivating Christian. I don't know if you have any Friday night plans or not, but we're gonna do a panel tonight. Not sure what time. Probably I'm thinking 9-ish. I know I'm waiting for El Teddy to get home and get himself situated and all that good stuff. And we're gonna try to get Jaded on here. You know, Jada done kicked us to the curb, honey. Jada said, I'm getting out of that sector and I ain't fooling with y'all no more. Hey, El Teddy. Maybe panel is the wrong word, because Lord, if that ain't the most over, the word of the day, if this were Sesame Street and the word of the day is panel, okay? On Friday nights we normally do our TV show review, but right now we don't have any common shows that we're watching, so we don't have a show to review. So I figured we would just come on here about 9:00 and just, and just talk, just hang out for a little while over here. Maybe about 9-ish. El Teddy, what's your timeline looking like tonight? Captivating Christian, you're welcome to come and hang out with us. I don't know what your time is like tonight. And Abby, I know you have plans tonight, so whenever you get back home, girl, you know what to do. So y'all let me know, send me a text, whatever, let me know what y'all want to do. So anyway, you're home already? Oh, you already home? Well, I think you weren't home yet. Okay. All right, cool. Well, so got a bottle of wine. All right, so we'll be back a little bit later on, y'all, to do with the group of us, with the group of us to talk a little bit later on. But right now, I just wanted to come on and I do review sisters, Keisha. Go ahead and check my sisters' reviews out. Yep, I do. King Retro is in the house. What's up, King Retro? While I have y'all, okay, so while King Retro is in the house, and look, King Retro, oh, you know what? I meant to hit you. Ooh, I meant to respond to your text. Ooh. So if this were a text, my text to you, King Retro, is what time you talking about? So then I know how to plan my evening, because you heard I was just trying to do something later on. So I'm gonna plan my evening accordingly. But King Retro, I've been telling you guys about the TSF Entertainment YouTube page that I've been asking you guys to go on over and subscribe to. So King Retro is from the TSF Entertainment Soul Entertainment Group, and that's where I've been doing the podcast on Power, and we're actually expanding into some other topics and areas since Power is on a little hiatus right now. And Sunday we'll be doing Battle of the Sexes. I'm excited. Hey, Betty White. Hey, Kay Edwards. I'm excited. Hey, Miss Hogg. to see how that conversation is going to go. Last week, check out the podcast we did on Sunday where we talked about social media pros and cons, and it was a good conversation. We talked about all the wonderful things that have come with this social media, but we did touch into some of the negatives, and the reality is that's the kind of conversation that really could go on and on and on, and we probably could do a part 2, part 3, part 4 because there's a lot to that. But it was a good conversation. We have a good group of folks over there. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying getting to know these young lady, Boss Paris, and then a couple of the fellas. They're introducing me to a whole new world of sneakers that I didn't know about, didn't know existed. They are sneakerheads. They take that shit seriously. Okay. I told them my sneaker knowledge is limited to whatever is on the clearance rack at the Nike outlet in my size. Okay. And a cute color. Being from DC, there are two sneakers. If any DC folk in the room, if any of my DMV folk in the room, hit me with a 1 in the chat, because there are 2 sneakers that DC folk, you gotta have in your closet especially for women. There are 2 that you gotta have in your closet. Patty Duke, okay, yeah, I met you, Patty. David, okay. My DC folk know you gotta have your New Balance 995s. Is it 955, 995? Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. And you got to have your white on white K-Swiss classics. That's it. Anything above that is bonus, unless you're really into sneakers like that. I'm not into sneakers like that. Hey, little baby. So for me, I give you a fresh, right now, I need a fresh pair of New Balance. The New Balance I have, they're a little busted. They leaning a little bit. I need me a new pair. I'm probably going to give me a new pair this weekend, okay? And as soon as the first 75-degree day hit, I get my fresh new pair of K-Swiss for the summer. That's what I do. Now, I probably got about 4 or 5 pair of some Michael Kors sneakers. I got a couple of Polo sneakers. I have I got some real cute Tory Burch ones last summer, yeah. But just, sneakerhead stuff, child, I don't know nothing about that thing. My neighbor poisoned my cat. What? Betty, is that the cat that you was the beef? Is that the same cat? Betty, is that the cat you was talking about a couple of weeks ago? Betty, are you that neighbor? Are you the neighbor that poisoned the cat, Betty? I feel like that's the same cat you was talking about a couple of weeks ago. And I'm a little worried that you might be that neighbor that you talking about. Reese's Pieces, put it in the chat. Because me and you be right here. Put it in the chat. The must-have sneakers if you live in the DC area. Put it in the chat. Everybody got that. Oh, thank you. I was about to say what? Look, we're gonna put you over. We're gonna put you in timeout, Betty. We're gonna put you in timeout, Betty, if that's the same one. Hey, Raphael. You have to have your Reebok. Okay, your Reebok Classics, right? Your white on white, you got to have the Reebok Classics. Okay, the princess ones, is that you talking about? Old school? That's old school right there. You got to have your princess. That was old school with some slouch socks. Back in the day, on your way to King's Dominion, you had to have a fresh pair of Reebok Classics with the slouch socks on your way to King's Dominion. That's what you had to do. You would never heard of Animal Betty. Okay, I was wondering because weren't you talking about your neighbor's cat a couple of weeks ago, Betty? Was that you or was that the dog? Her son likes to play with my dog. Hey, Trish. Oh, thank you, Trish. Thank you so much, girl. How you doing, babe? How you doing? Well, thank you for being me. Thank you for appreciating me. How about that? Lamone, you wrong. Not your cat been all over these YouTube streets, child. Yes, with the slouch socks, honey. Man, let me tell you something. Now, I used to be, okay, so King Retro said that I'm going to be a sneakerhead by the time it's all over said and done. Okay, that's what they tell me. Look, y'all. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna move on. We was in a group chat yesterday, and somebody in the group chat said something about those new blah blah blahs just dropped. Oh, for real? You gotta check the app. Okay. And then they were talking a whole nother language about these sneakers. I promise you, a whole nother. All I knew was that a new sneaker was coming out. The rest of that conversation, I didn't know what they were talking about. I was like, say what? Okay. So yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'm sorry, Betty. If I accused you of something you were not guilty of, then I apologize. I thought, oh, that's what it was. The neighbor called. Okay. The neighbor called on your. Got it. I knew it was something with you and an animal and your neighbor. So I apologize for putting that on you, girl. My bad, boo. My bad. Apologies to you. Hey, Tommy. How you doing? Johnson C. Smith, you can tell the DC. Yeah, you can. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think that's probably true of most areas if you pay attention. But there are definitely some things that are very distinct about DC people. And I'm not even saying that in a bad way because they're distinct things about North Carolina people. This, you know what I mean? You have your neighborhoods. You have hey, China White, what's up? Yes, B in the house. What's up, Crispy PB, PDB? I was going to say PB and J, Lord, PDB. But yeah, you definitely have your distinct situations. But yeah, but y'all know, so when they start talking about all these different, I said, I ain't had a pair of Jordans since high school, child. I don't know about no Jordans. Last page. Anyway, I ain't had a pair of Jordans. Now I have purchased Jordans, but they weren't for me. What video? I ain't see it. When you send me a video, El Teddy. Hey, Monk Chip. How you doing, baby? What video you sent me, El Teddy? Do I need to check my email? Anyway, I'm sure you'll tell me. But anyway, okay, so let's get to these hashtags, y'all. Let's get to the hashtags. Because y'all know I'll talk about DC all day. Y'all know I'll do that. So let's not do that. You send it to me on IG. All right, I look at it when I get off of here because, that's what we about to do. We about to talk. We about to jump right into it right now. Let's talk about Monique. So, okay, y'all. Monique has decided. Now, we have talked about Monique before. We have talked about this subject. If you go back and listen to old episodes of the podcast, we discussed Monique and her situation ad nauseum. And y'all know that I was done with Monique when she came for Whoopi, because y'all know how I feel about my Whoopi Goldberg. And if you don't know, I'm here to tell you. Don't say nothing bad about Whoopi. Don't you say nothing bad about Whoopi Goldberg. I love that woman, okay? And you work with too many idiots? Oh, no. What they doing to my Monk Chip? Because I don't fool with that. You know how I feel about you, Monk Chip. Now, who messing with my boo? Who messing with you, boo? Who is messing with my Monk Chip? Child, I used to love Jordans, but I woke up and realized the shoes was worth the much, especially when, okay, some child over in Indonesia that made that shoe for $5 and got paid 30 cents for the pleasure. Child, anyway, don't get me started on Nike. Hey Jamal, how you doing? All right, so let's go on and jump into this thing with Monique. I was waiting to see what Monk Chip was gonna tell me. Look, common sense is not common, Monk Chip. And unfortunately, let me tell you something. I work with a bunch of children, okay? We have 2,000 children in the building where I work. And it's the adults that get on my nerves, okay? Okay. I'll tell y'all a story before I get off here about the adults that get on my nerves, but we'll get to that. I'll say the story time for the end of the live. Hey, Shawnette. Hey, baby. Mike wearing Payless while people paying $200 for his sneakers. Okay. Yeah, Monk Chip, but don't let them people bother you, girl. You let it roll right off your back. You a sweetheart. Don't let them put you on your own. Don't let them put you on their level. Lord, I couldn't get it out. You know I love you, girl. So Monique has decided that she is going to file a lawsuit against Netflix for wrongful termination. And I want to say breach of contract. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, Aaron? You love thrift shopping? Got my There you go. Yeah, thank you, El Teddy, for my disclaimer. El Teddy has dropped the disclaimer. If there's anyone under 18 in the room, please exit stage left. Thank you so much. You high off life, but I understand that too, honey. That's the truth, yes, bitch. Well, that's okay. So let me get to that, Lamone. So there are a couple of moving parts to this story. So let's just deal with Monique and Netflix first. Then we'll deal with Monique and Flame Monroe. So Monique and Netflix. So at the end of the day, she has, what was that, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and now she's decided that she's going to file a wrongful termination. And what she's claiming is discrimination on the basis of gender. She's not so much basing it on race as much as gender, although she does mention race as well. Now, here is the issue. On top of all the other issues that we've mentioned before about the fact that when Netflix offered Monique this special, Monique was not at the top of her game. Monique was working, chitlin circuit, small comedy clubs, and she was not pulling in arenas. She was not starring in blockbuster films. As a matter of fact, she had been blackballed because a lot of people didn't even want to deal with her anymore. This was Netflix offered her this special after she had dogged out Oprah, after she had dogged out Tyler Perry, and after she had dogged out y'all know who I'm talking about, Precious, the dude that owed what's the face all that money. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So Lee Daniels, thank you. It popped in my head. So you should have been happy that somebody remembered your name and was offering you an opportunity on the stage of a Netflix. But she felt that she was being lowballed and being disrespected. And then she said that she was doing it for all of the women coming behind her. She was doing it for Hattie McDaniels. She was doing it for Mom's Maybelline. She was doing it for... No, you were doing it for your ego. You were doing it for your ego. Now, in the interim, since she has turned down the offer from Netflix and went on this whole boycott Netflix, we don't want to talk to I want y'all to give up your Netflix account and all this other stuff. Since she's gone on this tour, they have in the interim offered top dollar to Amy Schumer, who was a woman. They offered her $10 million. She negotiated for $13 million. Dave Chappelle has gotten a special. Chris Rock. Is it Chris Rock or Chris Tucker? Chris Rock, I believe it is. We know Eddie Murphy signed a deal with them earlier this year. Then you go to the other side. Shonda Rhimes has inked this deal with Netflix. Wanda Sykes has inked this deal with Netflix. Tiffany Haddish. And Tiffany Haddish threw even a bigger 8-ball in there when she now brought Flame Monroe with her and some other female minority comedians. And like Flame Monroe said in her interview, she said, I cover all the minority groups, okay? I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm black, I'm LGBTQIA, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. She said, so I cover them all. Thank you, Deshaun. You know I got that chicken leg waiting for you, boo. Got that chicken leg waiting for you. Thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat, baby. Okay. Oh, Beyonce too. Y'all know I don't follow her. I don't know her. I don't know her. But okay, so Beyonce has to deal with Oh, that's right, because of Homecoming and all of that. Was that Netflix? That was Netflix, right? Homecoming. That dropped on Netflix. So I'm trying to understand and I didn't go to nobody's law school, okay? But what legal ground does she have to stand on at this point? Because even if in the beginning let's assume Netflix was guilty. What legal ground does she have to stand on at this point? Because they done covered all the groups at this point. And how are you going to sue for wrongful termination if you never accepted their offer to begin with? See, in order for you to be wrongfully terminated, you had to be employed to begin with. Now, according to you, your side of the story, your version of the story was you never accepted their offer. Now there's paperwork that exists that says that she did accept their offer with the option to negotiate the dollar amount. Now, I'm not in Hollywood. I'm not in the entertainment industry. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Just because back at you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you lots. Y'all loving up on me tonight. Thank y'all. Oh, is that for the other chicken leg, Deshaun? That's for the other chicken leg. Okay, I got both of them for you, boo. I got both of them. Thank you. What? Okay, Abby. She is. Okay, Monique is a whole nut. Monique is a whole nut. So, and thank you, Abby, baby. Thank you much. So yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm like, not my you. That's not you. Okay, you want the wing too. So now you made it a 3-piece. 3-piece with some red beans and rice, because you said you wanted Popeyes, so you got to get the red beans and rice. Okay, I get you a 3-piece with some red beans and rice. Thank you, Deshaun. Thank you, baby. So yeah, it's like I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure out: did they hire you or did they not hire you? Did you accept their offer or did you not accept their offer? Are you suing them for breach of contract? Are you suing them for wrongful termination? Are you suing them for discrimination? What you doing, woman? What are you doing? She has to prove intent, and since Netflix doesn't have a history per se of being discriminative, it's going to be hard to prove. Yeah, I'm convinced her Matchbox lawyer loves scheming her out of her money. She's trying to sue for wrongful termination, but she owes almost $500,000 to Uncle Sam. Well, then she should have took that $500,000 that Netflix was offering her, and she could have made more money on the back end. But anyway, she's suing him because she has to win. She's a bit entitled. Not with the cha-cha slide, though. Okay. Get Auntie Mo a job. So, yeah, y'all. So, I was listening, and I was like, now, part of me is wondering, did she decide to file this lawsuit on the heels of Byron Allen and his lawsuit on Comcast, which we have not spoken of here? We will, and I'm gonna tell you why. This week, I honestly have not had time to sit down. I've seen a couple of things about it, but I really want to sit down and read up on it myself so I can be very informed, because I think this is a very important court case that Byron Allen is bringing against Comcast, and I really want to make sure that I'm informed to have the conversation, and I haven't had a chance to read up to my level of what I want to be able to speak on. So that's why I haven't spoken on it, but we will speak on it. But I'm wondering if that is what part of this lawsuit is coming from. Like, oh, I'm going to ride those coattails off of this discrimination against a cable company. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if there's a little bit of that somewhere in there. You agree? Are you agreeing with me, Captivate Christian, or are you agreeing with something in the chat? Sydney, let me tell you something. Everybody has said that Sydney was her downfall. Everybody. And, I'm not in them people's houses and I don't know nothing about their relationship, but everybody has said that Sydney is the problem. Because let's be clear, ego and a bad attitude in Hollywood is not going to end nobody's career. Half of them have bad attitudes and all of them have egos. So that is not going to end nobody's career. So it's more to it than just her having a bad attitude and her having an ego. And she had that bad attitude and that ego when she was married to that first husband. So that's not it. There's a reason why things have gotten so bad with Monique, to the point where, like I said, even before all of this with Netflix, nobody wanted to touch your ass. Her unprofessional behavior completely voids her valid complaints. I agree. She has to win, meaning she's blinded by her ego. There you go. Okay, I agree, Lamone. Now she can't. She'd have to pass a background investigation. Oh, okay. Thank you, Captivating Christian. Exactly. And that's the thing. And I said this on here before, and I will continue to say it. One, because y'all know how much I love Auntie Whoopi, but it lends a lot of validity to what we see when people win Oscars, and then we expect these great things from them, and they don't give it to us, and we sort of get disappointed. And I'll give you again. I'll use Whoopi as the example. And Whoopi has said, after The Color Purple, well, two things happened with The Color Purple. One, what people don't realize is that movies are made, and sometimes those movies sit for a year, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. So that's what happened with Precious. Precious had been made. Lee Daniels had made Precious. And then Tyler Perry and Oprah came in on the back end. Tyler Perry got a copy of Precious. He saw it. He loved it. He went to Oprah. Oprah loved it. And then they invested in the distribution of Precious. But they didn't have anything to do with the making of Precious. So when Monique got upset with Oprah and Tyler Perry about her paycheck and all that other stuff, that didn't have nothing to do with them. They didn't. Anyway, don't give me stuff. That's enough. We talked about that. So what's up? The Great Hot Mess. How you doing? Jamila Marshall, how you doing? Welcome everybody. If I'm missing it, hey Mimi, if I'm missing anybody, how you doing? So what Whoopi was saying was, after The Color Purple, some of those movies like Burglar, Telephone, Jumpin' Jack Flash, I don't know which one, so don't hold me to it. But some of those movies had already been made or were already in the process of being made because The Color Purple was done. Remember, The Color Purple came out a year, then the Oscars, then she won the Oscars. So it wasn't like it all happened in a small bubble. It happened over time. She said the second thing is, people criticized her for the movies that she chose to make after The Color Purple. But what she said was, those were the movies that were being offered to me. So it was the choice between working, feeding myself and my child, or not working. And same thing with Cuba Gooding. Cuba Gooding won that Oscar, and then he made, what was that movie? With Love Boat. What was that movie he did with Vivica Fox on the ship? You know what I'm saying? Because those were the roles that were being offered to him. So Monique, for you to think that you win this Oscar and now all of a sudden you're going to get Meryl Streep type movie roles and money to go with it, that just ain't what it is. Look at Jennifer Hudson. I mean, it goes back to the conversation we were having about American Son. You have to learn to live in the world that you live in, not the world you want to live in or you think you should live in. The reality is, you won that Oscar and that was all well and great. But that did not mean Hollywood was going to bend down and kiss your ass. Like, it just didn't mean it was going to happen. Well, we know she ain't no Meryl Streep. I mean, little baby, I wasn't saying she deserved it. I'm just saying she act like she deserved it. I mean, okay, Holly, same thing. I mean, and it doesn't just happen to the actors of color. However, it's already limited roles for actors of color anyway. So it's going to happen to them disproportionately more often than other actors. But right. Do you want to work or not? Shoot. Who was it? I don't want to tell. I want to say it was Jane Fonda. But if I'm wrong, y'all can correct me in the chat. Yes, B probably knows who I'm talking ready to say. But I want to say it was Jane Fonda. She was doing this big interview for Vogue or Life magazine when Life was still out or whatever. Okay, Monk. You know what? Thank you, Monk Chip. I love you, baby. But girl, you've been dropping it like it's hot, girl. Now, I'm not El Teddy. I can't do all he did with the leg and all. We're not doing all that. But thank you, baby. I love you. I love you to pieces. But yeah, so Lord, Monk Chip that made me lose my train of thought, y'all. Woo, Lord. Damn, what was I saying? Oh, she was using her Oscar as a doorstop to her bathroom. Like, it's just not that deep at a certain point. Like, yes, we all like to feel loved and we all like that attention. We get it. I get that. But at the end of the day, do you want to work or not? You okay, El Teddy? Y'all be calling 911 to come over here to get me. Ooh, Lamone, I better do what? Lamone. Again. I was gonna say something that wasn't gonna be pretty. I bet it's child. Y'all funny. Thank you, Monk Chip. But she said that don't forget the biscuits. I can butter up about 3-4 dozen biscuits for that one, Monk Chip. Deshaun will get I can even give Deshaun a piece of the biscuit, honey. Just a piece though. I'm gonna eat all the biscuits myself with all that good butter on them. So I don't know what's going to end up happening with Monique's lawsuit because I am nobody's attorney. I ain't got nobody's law school, and I don't really know all that's in that law document. But from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem to me like she got a leg to damn stand on. Let's be clear. Now, oh, thank you, El Teddy. You know what? That's why he my little brother's here. That's why. Look, y'all can say what y'all want to say about El Teddy, but El Teddy be having all my back. Okay, thank you. Okay, so, but thank you, Monk Chip. I don't know. Lamone said I need to give you a titty bounce. I don't know about no titty bounce, but okay. I mean, I can't help it when I move. They bounce when I move. I can't help it. That's what happens when they real and big. I can't help it. Yeah, little baby, that's pretty much what's going to happen. It's going to get thrown out. It ain't going to be a bunch of nothing. I don't believe it's going to be a bunch of nothing. I don't believe it's going to be a bunch of nothing. Now, on the flip side, a little bit of karma might be at work, okay? Because Flame Monroe, and if you guys are not familiar with Flame Monroe she's a transgender woman, but she is also a drag queen, because those are two different things. Let's not get them confused that they're the same. They're not. They're different. But she is a female impersonator when she performs, but she is also in her daily life a transgender woman. Shouts out to Tammy McCall. Tammy McCall is my Bennett sister. We went to Bennett together. I can say she's a good friend of mine, but we cool. We friends. We know each other. If we see each other on the street, we'll be like, hey, girl, hey. So she is a DJ out in LA. She is on Stevie Wonder's radio station out in LA. She's got the #1, afternoon radio show. She has started an evening talk show on, it's a new app. I gotta get the name of the app, but it's a new app that you can download. She has a talk show on there, and Flame Monroe was on her show, and she made these comments on Tammy's show first before she went on the Breakfast Club. So I want to give a shout out to my Bennett sister, Tammy McCall. You go ahead, Tammy Mac. You do you, boo. And she said that, I know that's right, El Teddy. We carding at the door. She said Flame Monroe was on there, and she was saying how back in, I want to say she said it was 1999. I think she said it was. They were getting ready to start a radio show here in DC. And I remember when Monique had her radio show here. It was very short-lived. She was not here long. And Flame Monroe mentioned that in her interview on the Breakfast Club. But it was not a long-lived radio show. But neither here nor there, the guy that was doing the radio show here in DC wanted Flame Monroe for the show. And she said that she had met Monique a few times. They had worked together. She said we weren't friends or anything. We didn't hang out, but we knew each other. We would see each other in green rooms or backstage at different comedy clubs and different things. She knew who I was. I knew who she was, kind of thing. And when the guy was like, look, she said that the deal was done. She was going to be making $100,000 to do the radio. And, this was 99. So, 6 figures wasn't, well, it ain't nothing to sneeze at now, but it certainly wasn't nothing to sneeze at back in 99. She said that she was literally packing up her house She was literally packing her house because she's from Chicago to make the move from Chicago to DC. That is how solid this deal was. When the guy called her, the producer, the other DJ on the show, whatever, called her and said, "What you do to Monique?" And Flame Monroe said, "What you mean what I do to Monique?" She said, "You done pissed Monique off." I mean, he said, "You done pissed Monique off. What you do?" And he said, I didn't do anything. But she said, "I didn't do anything to Monique." She said, "Well, Monique just threw you all the way under the bus. We just had a meeting and she threw you all the way under the bus and said that I cannot work with Flame Monroe because I don't agree with her lifestyle." And Flame Monroe was like, wow. She said it was a gut punch because not only, she said, my lifestyle don't have nothing to do with a radio show. Like, I'm not making you deal with my lifestyle. I'm not making, I'm not making you do anything connected to my lifestyle for us to sit on a panel and do a show together. Like, hey, Cyber Diva. So what does one have anything to do with the other? She was like, I don't understand the connection, first of all. Second of all, she was saying, Monique didn't even give her the courtesy of a conversation. She didn't even respect me enough to have a conversation with me about it and say, hey, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. And as a result, she lost that gig. She said, and that probably set her career, not so much set it back, but it didn't accelerate at the same pace it would have accelerated had she been able to do that radio show. She said, but of course, the short-term karma was that the radio show only lasted for 6 months. Long-term karma, fast forward to the whole Netflix thing, she was like, oh, now you want to claim discrimination. You want to claim, racial bias and sexual discrimination. Well, it's not sexual, but sex discrimination. And you were the one, that stopped me you stopped my bag. She said, and this woman didn't know anything about me. She didn't know what bills I had. She didn't know what my responsibilities were. And she stopped me from a very good job. She stopped for no reason other than her own prejudice. And she said she don't have no problem telling that story because it's her story. She said it's what happened to her. She said, I'm not talking about Monique. I'm talking about what Monique did to me. It is my story. And I hate, he say, she say, I question everything that comes to me via another source. What you mean? It's just Shay. You talking about what other source you talking about? Because this Flame Monroe, oh, you mean when the person called Flame Monroe and told? Well, the guy said that when she was on the Breakfast Club, the guy said that he would verify her story, that he would speak publicly and verify the story and verify exactly what happened. Now, I mean, I understand what you're saying. But he's saying he's willing to verify it. He's willing to go on whatever show and, back her story up publicly. So, but you're right. I understand what you're saying. But she said that she even tried to reach out to Monique a few weeks ago and asked via a common associate, asked Monique to give her a call. And she said Monique never did. And so she was like, well, at this point, I'm just going to tell my story. Like, I'm going to tell my story. Now, I don't think the story would have come up had this whole situation come back into the news. You know what I mean? But I'm with you, Cyber Diva. I believe Flame Monroe. I absolutely believe Flame Monroe. And Flame Monroe was saying, and another thing I'm going to say, and this is a shout out to Tiffany Haddish, because Flame Monroe said that her and Tiffany Haddish, she said they were working at a club together, and Tiffany Haddish came up to her, and she said she was very shy and very quiet, and asked her, are you a drag queen? And that's pretty much where their friendship started that night, at the comedy club, and they became, friends, and this was before Girls Trip, she said. And she said after Girls Trip, when it blew up, Tiffany told her, I'm coming back for you. I'm going to come back. I'm coming back for you. And Flame Monroe said that she's had plenty of people tell her that before, and nobody ever came back to get her. So she wasn't tripping. She was happy for her success. She wasn't worried about it. But she said Tiffany Haddish is the first person to come back for her. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go the Netflix special that Tiffany Haddish has on there, Flame Monroe was on there doing stand-up. So shouts out to Tiffany Haddish. Shouts out to Flame Monroe. And Monique, go get your life, child. Just go get your life, child. Anyway. So yeah. Yeah, and I don't know Monique personally. I don't know her character personally, but I do believe Flame Monroe. I believe Flame's story. I do. And Flame Monroe is hilarious. I've caught her. I knew who she was before the last couple of weeks, but I've been paying a lot more attention to her probably over the last 2 months. I started following her on YouTube. She does these coffee time conversations, and so I like Flame Monroe a lot. I do. I do. Yeah, Karma. Let me tell you something. Karma is a bald-headed bitch. Okay, Karma is a bald-headed bitch. Y'all can play with her if y'all want to. Y'all can play with Karma if y'all want to. Keep playing with it if you want to. You know. So something very curious happened. Now, if y'all were in my chat earlier this week, we had a great conversation. El Teddy, as soon as I get off this live, I'll call you because we'll talk about some things about what we're gonna talk about later on tonight. It's gonna probably get a little messy. Yeah, Flame Monroe. Yeah, Flame Monroe's been around a long time, and she's met everybody. She's met all these people, and she said Tiffany Haddish was the only one to ever come back for her. To come back and give her a leg up, an arm up, whatever you want to say, pull her up, however you want to word it. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, little baby, but hey, what's up, Tasha? How you doing, girl? Look, I've been watching your sisters' reviews, girl. Me and you, we might have to do a panel on sisters, honey. I'm gonna give it a few more episodes, and then maybe we need to sit down and have a little conversation. Cause, girl, they are struggling. I am struggling with sisters. I'm gonna get back to sisters in a minute. But thank you so much, Tasha. I appreciate you, baby. I'm trying to read. Okay. Saying she's the first African American woman to headline Vegas show. She isn't Marsha Warfield. Wait a minute. Truth and making up her own story. Oh, Marsha Warfield was first? Marsha kept correcting her. Monique ignored her. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Monique had a pattern of embellishing truths and making up her own story, i.e. saying she's the first African American woman to head a Vegas show, and she isn't. No, she isn't. Oh, she was doing an interview with Marsha Warfield? I love me some Marsha Warfield, honey. Yeah, Monique, like I said, she definitely has an inflated self-worth. But again, most people from Hollywood do. I'm not. What's up, Miss Hampton? Hey, girl, how you doing, baby? Okay, so let's talk about sisters for a minute. And even if y'all don't watch the show Sisters, you can follow this conversation that I'm about to say. So, Sisters is one of the newest shows by. Thank you, love you too, baby. By that Tyler Perry boy. I'm sorry, that was disrespectful. By Tyler Perry. And the thing I like about Sisters is that a lot of the scenarios that are going on the show are scenarios that I have been in with my friends at some point in time in my life. So they aren't unrealistic situations. I have seen a lot of things and I'm like, yep, I know a friend had did this, or I did that, or we did this together. Like, they aren't unrealistic situations. The problem I have is, how can Tyler Perry never find people that can act? I don't understand it. How all your shows got bad acting? That is the sign of bad direction. That everybody that auditions for you can't be a bad actor. I just don't understand it. The Oval, Sisters, The Have and the Have-Nots, To Have and to Hold, the Love Thy Neighbor. All of these shows have horrible acting. How, Tyler? How? He gets them cheap from the halfway house. Tyler giving people chances, but do you understand how many people that actually can act and are just looking for the right chance? So I don't have a problem with Tyler giving people chances, but you mean to tell me that you don't have people auditioning for you that can act? You see what I'm saying? Who is the DeVale Ellis? Which I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know what character she plays. Child, a little baby said the halfway house. Thank you. Thank you, number one Eagles fan. Yeah, I see your comments. Oh, DeVal is Zach. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Zach is decent. Zach is decent. Oh, he's a YouTuber? Oh, I gotta go check him out. Zach is decent. He's not horrible. He's not great, but he's tolerable. And he's more tolerable with his shirt off. Okay. If he could do all of his scenes with his shirt off, that would be better. Please and thank you. But no, his acting is decent. You know what I'm saying? You know what, Miss Hampton? You can't do no worse. You can't be no worse. You just can't. You just can't be no worse. Right. I mean, and at least with the plays, sometimes I would give him a pass because I was like, okay, maybe he was making sure that they could sing because he found some great singers. Now, his plays had some great singers, and maybe sometimes acting wasn't always their thing, but they could blow that song. You see what I'm saying? So I sort of gave him a pass. I didn't go to a lot of Tyler Perry. Well, actually, I only went to one play in person. I used to watch the DVDs. I'm not gonna lie, I used to watch the DVDs. But I did actually go to two Tyler Perry plays. I did. One, somebody bought me a ticket, and the other one, we went with a group of people or whatever. And I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy them. But the acting is just terrible. Oh, I definitely agree, Shawnette. I agree that it is. I agree 100% that it is the directing, because you could even look at movies where he had seasoned actors on there and their acting was terrible for him, but then you go see them give an award-winning performance in something else. So I definitely feel like it's the direction. I just do. Child, but it's just Shay. That was the great thing about it being a DVD, honey. You could fast forward through the monotony. You can fast forward through the mucus. Okay. What's up, Quintessential? How you doing, Greg? How you doing, babe? Did you look at the gentleman's panel last night, Quintessential? You saw some of it. Did you see El Teddy come for your frat? Did you see El Teddy come for your frat? Mm-hmm. Get him. You better get him, Quintessential. Get El Teddy. You better get him. My favorite Tyler Perry play was the Madea Christmas. Have I seen that one? Tyler Perry needs to let go of the reins. He seems like he's a control freak, and he needs to let go of the reins. He needs to allow other people to write. He needs other eyes and ears at the table. Because I think that's a lot of the problem. Yes, you better go back and listen, and you listen to El Teddy come for your frat. And then once he come for your frat, you go get him. You go get him. No, he just talked about Sigmas as a whole. He just talked about all the Sigmas. He talked about the Sigmas. You better get him. I wouldn't lie to you. He came for them Sigmas. You better get him. I tell you what part to go to. Go to the part where they start giving story time. Go to the story time section of the video. Your mama got, you know what? My aunt has all of the Tyler Perry DVDs, so I might have to go and check that one out. Because I honestly don't know if I've ever seen and I'm mad that you said which frat, because I guess if he was if he came after a frat you ain't care about, you was good with it. Child. I'm just being messy. I'm being messy, quintessential. I mean, he did say something, but I was being messy when I saw you come in the room, child. Yeah, I think my aunt, matter of fact, I'm pretty certain my aunt has all of the Tyler Perry plays, and that's the aunt's house that's doing Thanksgiving dinner. So maybe I'll ask her to borrow it when I go over there, because she probably got them card catalog. She probably have them sitting on her shelf in order of release date and everything else, honey. I might have to sign a waiver to take it out of the house and a promise to pay to bring it back or something, child. I don't know. But I'll see if I can borrow it. Because I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen them A Dear Christmas. I mean, I'm sure it's the same formula, but it's probably funny. It's probably funny. And then a couple of them, I've seen them so long ago that I might have seen it and just don't remember. Oh, Lord. El Teddy, you better stop it. Stop it. Stop it, El Teddy. I'm smacking your hand. Stop it. Y'all, okay, so look, y'all, the last hashtag was politics. Now, we had a great conversation earlier this week. I had a lot of great comments about the chat earlier this week. But do y'all know what some funny stuff that went down? Let me tell y'all some funny stuff that went down. Do y'all know? Now, I didn't cuss in that video. I didn't say nothing wrong in that video. All we did was talk about politics, impeachment, voting, right? It was a very positive video. I didn't talk about no gossip. You know what, Dami? Dami, stop it. It was a great live, Deshaun. Do you know that YouTube did not monetize that video? I said, I guess I can't talk about impeachment. Maybe YouTube a Trump. Is YouTube a Trump voter? Is that what it is? YouTube a Trump voter. But yeah, honey. So that's why I didn't put it in the title this time. That's why I put politics at the end, because I said, well, let me see if that makes it through. Because I couldn't figure out what it was about that video that they didn't monetize it. I honestly didn't, because I've had videos where we done went through all kinds of stuff, honey. We'd had all kinds of conversations and they got monetized. I never thought about that, Shay. I might do that. Because it was a live, so I had to figure that out. But I may do that. I just did. So that's why I changed up the name. So I'm gonna have to figure out, how to play around with this. Because I told you guys I wanna branch off and do more conversations dealing with politics and things of that nature, more serious, political topics and stuff. So I gotta figure out the right. Because, I know you can make it happen. There are all kinds of political channels on YouTube, so I know it can happen. I just got to figure out what I did wrong, Oh, you know what? I saw your comment, Cola, and I meant to go back and comment on it. Because I read the comments, and then I have to go back and make sure I want to let y'all know that I read the comments. I did see that. It was good, wasn't it? Crime Town was good, wasn't it? It was real good, wasn't it? I thought it was. And so you watched all of them. I know the feeling, because let me tell you what I did. So Crime Town, when it first came out, they only dropped. What's up, VP Doll? How you doing? Yes, Crime Town is so good. When they first dropped it, they dropped it one episode per week. But then if you listen to the advertisement at the end of the podcast, it says, I forget how they word it, but basically they say, for the full season, go to Spotify. Baby, I went over to Spotify so fast and listened, and so I could listen to all them episodes, because I was like, because what happened was when I started listening to it, they were like 3 episodes in. No, I'm telling a fib. I heard the teaser, because I told you I listened to the first season of Crime Town. And then they played the teaser for the second season, but the second season didn't come out for like a couple of months. So by the time I went back to check to see if the second season had dropped, it was like 3 episodes in. I listened to those first 3 episodes and I was so addicted. When they said that the full season was over on Spotify, baby, I took my happy tail over to Spotify so fast and I listened to all those back to back to back to back. It was so good. It was so good. You still listening? It is so good. Who, Kwame's wife is from DC? I didn't know that. Yeah, I know Kevin's been really talking about it. And there've been stuff going on with YouTube. I didn't know that. You know what? I think I did. Listening to the podcast, I think I did know that. Because they met in college, but I think I did know she was from this area. I think I did. Yeah, YouTube been tripping. Now, don't get me wrong. YouTube has definitely been tripping. But it just was weird to me how I could come on here and talk about whatever, and that gets approved. And then I did a whole hour-long video, and all we talked about was pot and cuss. We ain't talk about sex. Nothing. But you're right. Maybe I need to change the title and resubmit it. Because I couldn't think of, I don't know. But I just thought that was very curious. Oh, you went to school with her? What high school she go to? Because we're around the same age, so what high school she had gone to, girl? Girl, I got stories on my experience at HBCUs too, honey, because I went to an HBCU child. I think anybody that went to an HBCU has stories. I think you were the one that told me you had a couple of traumatic experiences. I believe you shared with me one time, which is unfortunate. My Silly Saturday Lives got approved, and see? Okay, and that is at 9:00 in the morning, okay? So it had to been, but it's hit or miss, because it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. Oh, she went to Banneker. Yeah, we probably do know some people in common. Mm-hmm. Yep. Honey, 6 degrees of separation. That's what they say. 6 degrees of separation, y'all. B-Love said, if people don't watch the commercials at the beginning of the video, she doesn't get paid. You don't get paid as much. You still get paid. You just don't get paid as much. But you get paid. Yeah. Because hell, if that was the case, I would never get a check. You make more money on your videos if people watch the commercials. That's true. Now that's true. Yeah. Because I can put a video up and not put any commercials in the video and still make money off the video. I won't make as much money off the video, but I still make money off the video because I'm making money off the views. So, yeah. Now, I'm not one of those people that pay, like, maybe I should pay more attention. I mean, there's some content creators that, they could go down to the penny on, each view, each video, each this, each that. I don't get that. I don't dig that deep into my analytics. I look at my analytics and all of that, but I don't dissect them on that level. I don't have that kind of brain power. I just can't do it. But, so B-Love might be, really paying attention to every single, but I couldn't give you the formula. I could just tell you, though, that there is more money to be made, because that's how you're getting paid off of the AdSense. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, but yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that. So I'm not going to stop doing the political conversations, because I got such good feedback, and I'm definitely working on some things going into the new year. So be looking out for some announcements and looking out. Oh, okay. Well, Miss Hampton, yeah. So you just starting your page? So you are a content creator now? You've been uploading videos on your on a YouTube channel, Miss Hampton? Okay, you guys. Well, we be shouting people out. So y'all, if you're in the chat, go check Miss Hampton out, y'all. Y'all know we shout y'all out up in here. I'm getting ready to get off of here anyway, so I'm getting ready to do my roll call anyway, so I can go and take care of some things before we come back a little bit later on for some shenanigans. We're going to come back later on for some shenanigans, y'all. But y'all know how we do it here. Let's do our roll call. Now, I want to shout out Captivating Christian, because Captivating Christian has started uploading more videos. He's uploaded a few videos over the last couple of days. He got himself a cute little intro and everything. Y'all definitely go check out my cousin Captivating Christian over there. He's been putting he's doing political commentary. So y'all go check him out. And he's been doing he did a video about the shooting out in California. He's been talking about the people running for president and the different. So y'all go check out Captivating Christian. Of course, y'all know my little brother El Teddy, honey. My little brother El Teddy is in the house. Yes, BTV is in here. Okay, yes, B. Well, definitely, yes, but I keep you. I got we'll talk. We're gonna be doing some things coming up as well. We'll be doing some things coming up. Deshaun Farley, check him out. He's a content creator. He did a little review last night of the gentleman's panel. Well, the gentleman's panel. Well, the panels. I think the battle of the panels. And he bought me a 2-piece. Monk Chip bought all the biscuits at the Popeyes down the street. Thank you, boo. Once again. Who else came through here? What other content creators? Abby, obviously my big sis Abby. Y'all check out Abby Reviews. Y'all know she over there. She's been doing more and more lives, and she does her unboxings and stuff like that. She get the makeup thing going. Lamont Music, y'all check him out. He's a music creator. So y'all definitely check out Lamont over there. Who else? Tasha C came through and gave me a good old super chat. Y'all definitely check out Tasha C. She reviews a lot of the same shows that I review, and she's also doing a 365 journaling. So y'all go check her out and go see what that's all about. Check out her channel. Who else? Did anybody else come through here? I'm scrolling up, y'all. Before I get off of here, I'm scrolling through. Raphael Hardig dropped in for a minute earlier. Who else came through here? I think that I ain't gonna say that that's it, but because I don't want to say wrong. I don't want to misspeak. But that's who I remember. That's who I remember. All right, but thank you everybody for coming through and hanging out. We're gonna come back probably. Oh, yes. And definitely don't forget, y'all, that we are on a mission to get Abby to 1,000. So if you are not subscribed to Abby Reviews, please go check my big sis out so that we can get her to 1,000 and get her up in the club with us, honey. But we'll be back. It's 7:30 now. We're going to say 9-ish because I haven't talked to the other folks. They said they free tonight, but let's say 9-ish. Gotta give everybody about an hour and a half to, they give me about an hour and a half. About 9-ish. Look at us between 9 and 9:30 to come on here. And we're just gonna do some shenanigans tonight, y'all. We're just gonna have a good time and we're gonna just talk some shenanigans. We don't have a show to really talk about tonight. So we're just gonna bounce some stuff off of y'all. So check us later, and thank y'all for hanging out with us, sister. Thank you to everybody who super chatted me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all on the other side. Peace.